I was just wondering if you feel like it's different with girls rather than with boys, because I know that we work with a lot of men, and it's a different vibe. I feel like there's less of a competition, maybe like an unspoken competition.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my thought around it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know?
I feel like it's always kind of a taboo thing that it's like, well, girls, but I actually, and I think it comes with age, but I think that having powerful women around you, whatever they're doing, even if they're just like a super mom, like that's cool too, is really empowering for yourself too.
Is that age 40 that you're talking about?
It is.
Because I'll tell you why. I heard this thing, it's called Don't Give a Fuck 40.
Ooh.
They're like, when you get to 40, like all of a sudden, like you just don't give a fuck anymore.
Just don't. I just don't. And,
but were you always like that?
most of the time I was. But when there was the trigger, I go from 0 to 1,000,000 in 2 seconds. So that's why I don't do confrontation too much anymore, because I know what I'm capable of, and it's just not worth my energy. Like I go really extreme, really fast, and it drains me. So I just don't do it anymore. Yeah. So I was really, really chill until you fuck with me, and then it's like, whoosh, I go crazy really quickly. So I think that's part of the reason. But I wanted to go back to what you were saying, your friends or your family. I do have a couple of friends that are like that. Like I have really close friends that don't even live here, and they're like my sisters, and I love them, and so I get that. But I think for those people, you do need to have conversations, and it doesn't need to be confrontational. And just be like, listen, I'm going through A, B, and C. I really need you to be here to support me for whatever reason. Because if it's family, then I would say that, if it's to my family members, then that I care about, family members that I care about, then I will go and say, this bothers me, or I need a tip, or, like I'm going through this, what do you think, like people that you care to get their opinions for, I would have that conversation. Right. But I think that for me, I have my family that I'm really, really close to. My dad is my business partner.
Oh, wow. Working with a dad.
I love him.
Shut up. Wow. Working with
him. I love him. And my mom is my best friend. So it's very, like, we're super close. My mom, I talk to things about my kids about, and my dad is business. And I don't move without my dad telling me what he thinks, And so that's kind of, that is that for me. And I don't ask anything around. And then my husband is very, like, neutral. My husband is like, we're yin and yang. My husband is the calm one, the one that's a lot more, centered and keeps everyone aligned. So I'm a little bit more wild, and he's the one that's more, let me be wild, and then later when I calm down and say, okay, we should be doing this, So I think it's just kind of finding that, and maybe I have my close friends that I, throw things back and forth with. But for me, I think that those three are like my grounding people. And if you have that as a friend, then you should be having those conversations. I think it's really...
My business is my identity. As you had mentioned, it's just become because I'm so passionate about it, But I don't always just talk about myself. I want to learn about your business too. Yeah. So a lot of it does lean to that, because that's what gets my juices flowing.
Yeah.
It really does, And talking about my kid, talking about, how awesome my husband is, and talking about the business. Like, if you want to talk about any of those, like, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
But I also, what other conversation is there to be had? I love sports and taking care of yourself. So, I mean, there's always going to be those conversations. I mean, I'm at the gym, I don't talk business. We talk about, did you see me hit that guy in the face? Did everybody else see that? It's those kind of conversations. It really just depends on the environment.
Right.
And I've found in just the last 7 months, within the past year alone, that I was able to create new friends in like different sectors. I have my gym friends, and I have my business friends, and I have my women friends, and I have like my family, and it's completely different dynamics. With the family, I can let my hair down, I can go get wasted and say be an a-hole, and they don't care, they'll still love me tomorrow. Yeah. It's just different dynamics, and I found that to be so rewarding. So rewarding, because I could be all these different people with these different groups, and just it's so fulfilling. I'm so grateful to have met you both. It's just
too.
been so wonderful.
So the Apple I see now and the Apple that I know, I mean, she showed me a while back because Apple, I mean, most or all of your clients are men, right?
Yes.
You work with men, business-owned men. And when you show me that video of how you sit down and you talk to them and you help them with to develop their business, it's a totally different person. I was like, is that you? I wasn't sure if it was the same person. You changed the way you speak, the way you hold yourself.
Right.
Um,
I have to, right? Because I mean, especially in construction, you get into a Zoom, you know, I help clients nationwide, and they see this little girl, like, how can you even help me with my business? Like, what do you even know?
Yeah.
But it's just from, everything we do is data driven. So I'm not making shit up. Like, this is what we've done for clients. And a lot of my clients continue to keep me because of accountability. So I have to be, I'm the hard stop. You know,
Yeah.
like when we're talking business, I'm not just going to take your money because you like me, or, you know, we have great conversations. We're here to move the needle.
Right.
And when it comes to business, I'm serious about that shit.
do you feel like you have to over-deliver to show them?
I
that
always
you know-
over-deliver. I over-promise and I over-deliver. Always. I promise the world. I make bold claims every single time. Every single time.
And you over-deliver.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Hell yeah.
I can imagine walking into a construction site with all men with helmets, and then you.
I joined a family business, was living somewhere else, came here, joined the family business. I was an entrepreneur in different things. I was a makeup artist, and I had my own makeup line, and I just different things, product placement. When I joined, I realized really quickly how it's a man-run, but just men. And not all of them know construction. It's just like they're men and they're manly men, and it's just like that's who.
It's by default.
It's by default.
Yeah.
Cool. You're in LA. You're going to be a contractor.
Yeah.
That's just like what you're going to do. And that really pissed me off really, really bad when I would say something from knowledge, because it's my family has been in the business, my brother, my dad, for years, and they would look at me like, cool. We'll go talk to your dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, not saying it to
No,
my
no,
face,
no,
but it's
but
like,
it's-
cool.
it's-
And then I
you
would
know
hear
what-
them go
yeah.
and say it to my dad. So that's the reason that I went and took the license, got my license and took that disgusting test, because I don't do tests. I hate tests.
Oh, me too.
I did it because it's like to prove a point. I don't need a license. You know, it's a family business. My dad has a license. My brother, you know, I didn't need to do it, but I needed to do it.
So one day, someone would say, like, "What do you know?" It's not like you have your license, like under your dad. Be like, "No, I do actually know."
Your payment's going to be held until next week, so let's calm down. This is what I'm asking from you. Don't disrespect me. If you have something that you want to say that you don't agree with, I'm happy to have this conversation, but don't try to like shush me. That I don't like.
Disregard you. Absolutely.
I don't like that. Like, you know what I mean? I know what I'm doing. This is my business. We are working together, but we're on the same level. There's not like you're not above me and I love having conversations. Like if it's people, and now it's been different. So now I'm definitely in a business with more people kind of understand, you know, my place, and they understand their place, and we're all even, and it's different. And I'm happy to have these conversations, and I'm happy to be told that it's not okay, you know, that this is not right. You need to do it this way. That's okay if there's like a respect. But it wasn't like that in the beginning, and that's why.
Actually, I have the same. It's the same system every single time where they see, you know, or talk to you on Zoom, or you meet them, and you know they have the little self-doubt, and they have the remarks. I had this client of mine that he had all secretaries, you know, do everything for him. He always was the man. He knows everything. And then here I come trying to rebrand his whole company because something is not working. And I felt like, you know, I'm the opposite. I don't overpromise. I don't. I actually come in very quietly, and then I do my thing, and then I actually show them the results. And then I feel like all that giggling or all that doubt that they have about you, that it slowly goes away, and I feel like you actually get their trust. And once you get a man's trust, it's a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger because they didn't start out, they started out doubting you. And once you show them that you know what you're doing and they're actually good, then they're yours for life. Everything you say, like, they'll be like, amen. Like, yeah, she knows what she's talking about. Because it wasn't easy in the beginning. He knows, or they know how hard they were, in the beginning with you. Kind of like what they had to, and the process they had to go with you. Now they trust you. So now.
Yeah, I agree.
No, yeah, it's all about that. You got to deliver, and once they can see that you actually take action and your shit is actually good, they're like, yeah.
I feel like because it wasn't easy, because it's not easy in the beginning, they do doubt you. I feel like with the success, it's a little bit sweeter. Like, see? Like, I don't know, that's for me. Yeah. It's like a bigger challenge. And I feel like when you deliver and the final results, and it's good, and you proved yourself, I feel like for me, inside of me, I feel like 10 times like yeah.
Huge win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of satisfaction. It's really good. And it's really important, to be able to continue and to present it to other people for you to know your successes, to feel it.
I have so much adrenaline when it comes like that. Yeah. What is like some things that you would like to tell your daughters or other women who need to find themselves? What is something that you would give them an advice, or something that you would wish someone told you when you're a little girl? Like, what would do you have something?
First thing I think is don't react. I think emotional intelligence is so valuable in any situation, in business and home, and in your personal relationship. Like, take a deep breath. You don't have to instantly give a reaction.
Yeah.
To who?
To anyone
Anybody?
that upsets her. Anyone that she doesn't agree with. Because you have to be like, why did you just say that to me? And like, take a few seconds.
Right.
Before you have that conversation, because I think that's huge. And secondly, when my kid was in 4th grade, she came home crying because somebody was bullying her, and I had a conversation with her. I said, do you think that boy is home crying right now? No, you're the one crying.
Yeah.
Because you allowed it. You're still allowing him. He's not thinking about you anymore. Mm-hmm. He's moved on. He's probably, having dinner now or whatever. So don't bring that home. Decide. You decide that they can't hurt you. You decide. You have to now be responsible for that. No one can tell you.
That's
like,
really
if somebody
powerful.
upsets you.
Yeah. But I feel like
Easier
it's a lot
said than
easier.
done.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Practice.
It's especially if you're I feel like really smart that you said it to her when she was in 4th grade.
Yep.
Goes back to teaching them life skills.
Right.
That I can be honestly, like, it hurts me. Like, if there's something.
Oh gosh,
if
I was
have
crying
someone,
for her.
right?
Yeah, inside.
Who's his parents?
We need to put a mic to our inside thoughts. Like, what's going on inside?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. But it's really smart to just say, you don't bring it home. It's okay. Let's cry it out.
Yeah, I give her time. I said, okay, you got 5 minutes.
Yeah,
5
I love
minutes.
that.
Let's go. And then after that, get a grip. Like, sometimes she'll call me, and I'll literally put the clock on, and I'll be, okay, get a fucking grip. We're done.
Wow.
And so she'll suck it up, and then I'll hear her, they'll call dad.
Is he more emotional?
Also, boys situation, she'll call daddy.
Wow.
Business stuff, her accomplishments and shit, like she can't, something with business, it's a mommy call.
Wow, that's interesting.
Boys call, boys upsetting her, daddy all day.
And how is he with that?
Yeah, he's just like, okay, honey, this is how you deal with boys. And
Oh, wow.
my husband was like,
and then she's like, and then where does he live?
Where's my gun?
you're not dating until you're 50. I love that. I love
That's what I would share.
I would love that.
What would you say?
I would say to get started. Doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Just get started. Doesn't matter if you fail. It's, I think, I was blessed with parents that, I am blessed with parents, I love them, that even when I was in high school and I wanted to be a makeup artist, they never said, no, you have to go to college or whatever. They're like, cool, I graduated when I was 17. You're going to makeup school. We went and we looked at the makeup. We did special effects makeup. I worked on sets. I worked late hours. And my parents were like, yes, that's what you're doing. It was never like you had to be something that you weren't. So that was a huge blessing that I had. And I think maybe not everybody has that. So you just need to do it. Even if you're 10 and you have this idea that you want to do, as long as it's not illegal, just try it. Just test it. Just see how it works. See if you like it. See if you have enough passion to see it through, because that's the hardest part, is to see it through. So that would be the first thing. I think believing in yourself is really huge, because there's always doubts. So
just be deaf. Like, don't listen.
Don't listen to yourself sometimes, you know, because you have the biggest doubts in yourself, where some people, you know, like in my passion project, again, I did it by mistake. I did it like on accident. I just tested something out. I had a couple of kids that worked with me, and I was like, cool. And then I had the school reach out to me, and then fast forward, and it's like hundreds of kids. And now you have doubts, because now you're working with different demographics and different age groups and different people that maybe don't have any of these capabilities at home, or maybe parents that are really wealthy, but the moms don't work, and the girls are like, well, I'm not going to go and do an event and make $100 selling my bracelet. That's not enough. So you don't doubt yourself. Keep on doing your passion. Learn how to pivot. Really important to learn how to pivot, but always have your vision. Like, this is your vision, this is your end goal, but you always kind of you can always pivot, but never let go of your vision. There's like this meme that I used to see. I still see it, where there's people digging, and you dig and you dig, and you see that there's a diamond at the end, and there's a guy that gives up right before the diamond. It's right there, and
it's right there. Yeah.
Difficult, but he's like, okay, you know what? I did this for 3 years. It's not where I want it to be. I'm gonna go. But it's at 3.5 years, you would have been exactly where you wanted to be. So I think
it's right around the corner.
It's right
around the corner. You just don't know, because you're gonna make a
pivoting. Yeah. You're still making that little turn. Yeah. You still need to meet that person. You still need to connect to so those would be the two things that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to pivot. It's okay to, but never say, oh, I'm not ready for it. I just had a child, or I just got married, or I'm gonna, go to college, so I'm not gonna pursue. You can go to college and you can pursue a business, and you can get married and you can pursue a business.
Blaming.
And you can stop blaming. Just do it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it's okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree 100%, because I was always at that corner, and I never got to that corner. I was always a couple steps behind, and I felt like I never really achieved anything, because I grew up with, again, here we go again, but with the fear of working hard, that nothing is ever worth working hard. If something doesn't work for you, then you shouldn't be there. Go do something else. Find something that you love, but if you don't love it, just go and there is time where life is dynamic, right? You can do 100 things. It's not like back in the day where you're born a shoemaker and you have to die a shoemaker. Now we go so many different directions, and we find different parts of ourselves, which is fine. But you do need to have dedication and persistence in order to get somewhere. You don't get there overnight. You don't get there in a year. You don't even get there in 5 years sometimes. Yeah. It takes time, but if you keep going and you believe in yourself, you will get there. There is no other way. Right. You will get there. And I feel like that's my thing. If someone told me that working hard, is a good thing, that keep on going, don't be scared, believe in yourself.
I think it's a fine line, though, to what you're saying, because if you're doing something that you don't love, then yes, get out of there as soon as possible. Don't do it. But if you're doing something that you love that gets hard, then you need to keep on going. That's the difference, and that's why, again, going back to the kids, is you can do something that you love. In the beginning, it's going to be easy because it's playful and it's fun and whatever.
It's a romance period.
Right, with the romance period, you're enjoying it, and even if you make $5, it's cool, it's whatever. And there's with kids, they don't have to pay rent, they don't have to take care of their children, they don't have to do all this other stuff. So it's an event failed, okay, I learned from my mistakes, I'll maybe not do this. It's easier to learn because you're not under this stress, but if you're doing something that you hate, and like a lot of people go to college and they become lawyers because it's like the right thing to do, but they hate it. It's not for them. Like they don't, then I agree. Don't work too hard for something that you don't like, because you're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. But it's okay. It's expected to work hard for something that you love, because it's not, if it was that easy to be a multimillionaire or billionaire, then everybody would be, you know?
Yeah.
And then going back to pivoting, you can start something. And like, if you look at some of these major companies like Netflix, right? Netflix did DVDs at like they had like vending machines for DVDs, and then they
like Blockbuster, remember?
tried to sell it to Blockbuster, and Blockbuster said no, and then Blockbuster went bankrupt.
I remember those days.
On movies, they have their own, you know, streaming, whatever, and now they're buying Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And this is years and years, and this did not happen overnight.
Or Amazon. Amazon, same thing. They started like a book. No, it wasn't like a book.
I think
It
he
was
was
a
selling
bookstore.
books.
It was a bookstore, yeah.
And then he was working in his garage, and then there's this, I actually shared it on my, it's really good. He was on Jay Leno, and Jay Leno, this is like when he was still, you know, with the little bit hairs here and like
Yeah.
completely bald and wearing just like simple. And he goes, and Jay Leno's like, your company's worth so much, but you're not making anything. He's like, yes, I know. It'll be fine. So like, he had this vision, and he worked really, really hard. And for years and years and years, he made nothing until he grabbed everybody by, you know, that's basically what it is. You got hooked to Amazon. And then he said, you like Amazon? You like it that much? Now you have to pay Prime to be hooked. And that was over. Now, and then it was over. So it's just, I think, going back to what you're saying, do not do something that you don't love.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
But if you love it and you had that passion, keep on reminding yourself of that passion and continue, because business is hard.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of my biggest lesson, which is, yeah, you're going to lose things along the way, but nothing that you lose is actually going to be bigger than what you're going to achieve, what you're going to gain. You know, I feel like yes, I'm losing people. Yes, I'm losing a little bit of time with my kids. Yes, I'm losing maybe a little bit of patience or sleep or my weekends or vacations, a lot. But I feel it in my heart, in my gut, that like what I'm going to gain, what I'm going to achieve is going to be a lot bigger and going to be worth it. And it's okay, you know, like.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're gonna get there.
Yeah.
You're like a rock star, and I mean, even just this is incredible. This is beautiful, you know. And everything that you do it's a big deal. Like, there's things that maybe to you are simple, like how did you get this?
Yeah.
You know, like this is incredible. This is huge, and I think that when you're in it, you don't really see it. Because like to you, it's like,
That's true.
I've been doing branding for a while, and I'm really good at it. But it's like you don't give yourself half as much credit as you should.
Yeah. Not even half a fourth.
Us coming in here are like, what the actual?
Right? I'm taking
Look
pictures of
at- I'm
everything.
Like, whoa,
this
hold on a minute, this is where we get to
But that's the part of like having like OCD or being like I have to be like perfectionist. Like everything has to be perfect. Nothing is ever good enough. You know, like
Maybe you need to be told all the time.
Yeah,
Maybe I
that
need to call
it's-
you in the
it is
morning and
good
just be
enough.
like, listen, you're a rock star.
Yeah.
you can tell me that it's just like my daughter when she said, "Mommy, but I was proud of you before. I'm always proud of you." Inside of me, I was like, "Why?"
But maybe you're not
know?
listening.
Yeah.
You need to listen.
I think you need to open.
Maybe I'm not here.
Maybe you're in it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, but really, like,
This is amazing.
It's
What you put
amazing.
together, you put the three of us together. This is such a wonderful experience.
I feel on top of the world right now. I'm like filled with adrenaline. Enjoy this one. I don't want to cry. I said I'm not gonna cry. I don't want to cry. But yeah, this feels good. This feels like a big, like maybe I'm on the right path. You know.
Don't forget to enjoy this, because
I am enjoying it. I am so enjoying it because, you know, it is super important for me. I don't know why. Maybe because, oh God, I hope my mom's not going to see this because I've been talking so much shit on her. But maybe because I was raised, you know, not being lifted, that like lifting women, and I know it just became like a thing that everyone says, and it's pissing me off, you know, like they're just saying it, but like it's so dear to my heart Like when I see a woman, I'm like, oh my God, she looks amazing. And I feel her amazingness, you know, like I feel like I'm, you know, like when I say, wow, like you working hard, like I'm so proud of you for working hard. Like it's like, I can't explain. It's like such a good feeling. Yeah. So this is why I want this. I want this because I want to really like make a little bit of a change, you know, like not just a change like in the world. I'm not going to change the world. I'm not going to change how men think. I'm not going to change but like the way we view each other, you know, like if I pass on lifting other people, those other girls are going to lift other girls. And then because there's room for all of us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always tell my kids, there's not one beautiful person in the room. There's not one smart person in the room. Everybody can be smart. Everybody can be beautiful.
Yeah.
There's, you know, they're like, you can't do everything. So it's good to surround yourself with people that can help you in your passions, and you can help them in their passions. And kind of like what we're doing now, we're all talking about the different things that we are doing with what you're doing. Like it's, you know, like we're connecting each other. I do think, like you were saying, it's everyone's like, yeah, let's straighten her crown. And like, but it's like, what are you actually doing to have this conversation, to have an open conversation with women? And not even so much for the women as much for me as like the girls that are growing up and seeing their moms doing what they believe in or not, you know, like that whole dynamic of, you know, I don't need to work, I'll just find a rich husband, which cool, good for you. But at the same time, like following your passion to me is not just about money. Yes, I want to make money and I want to make a lot of it, but it's not about that. Like if you're well off and you don't need the money, you should still have something that makes you like excited.
Alive.
That makes you alive. And kids are very much that. Like being a mom is very much that, but I think that it's really important to have a little bit more than that.
Right.
Like just.
I say we finish this beautiful thing with maybe like a proud moment that you want to share. Something that you're like, wow, I'm a fucking SHE.E.O. Like, I'm a fucking, like, I don't know, like, huh?
That's my proud moment. Yeah. I got you cussing.
It's what's in here.
I get it.
I like that.
What is, like, something that you're like, wow, damn, I'm good?
I'm really, really proud of myself to make the scary decision to say, I'm going to go do this on my own. I'm so proud of myself for being courageous and just say, fuck it, let's go. And to our conversation earlier, you only lose when you quit. And I am not a quitter.
No, I actually have to say something about that. That's the one thing that I wanted to talk to you as well. I feel like failure is not trying something and not making it happen. I feel like failure is just not trying.
Yeah.
Just not doing. If you do something and you don't succeed, it's okay. You tried. That's a big success for me.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a big thing. Sorry.
Absolutely. No, and that's it. I'm going to keep going. I've got big, giant, hairy, audacious goals for my company, and I'm not going to fucking stop. I'm not stopping. Wow. You know, I am unstoppable. So
you really are.
I'm really, really proud of my courage.
Yeah.
To step out and say, I got this.
Are you tearing up?
No.
Am I going to get a tear from you? How about you?
I kind of along the lines of the same thing. I think following a passion that got really big, really fast, not being prepared for it, it's really scary, you know? And just kind of seeing my way through it, because now I have like all these kids that are counting on me to show them certain things, and it hasn't been easy. And I think that's a big thing to like take into consideration, that like be careful what you wish for kind of thing.
Sure.
In the best way possible, in the best way, like there's no complaints, but it's a lot of pivoting. It's a lot of figuring out who's there for you, with you, and who's there because they see something. It's a lot of figuring that out. It's a lot of, I mean, I got my kids involved in it. Like my kids are part of this business. So it's like, not just for me. Now it's not just like, will it be successful for me? Will it be successful for these hundreds of kids that I worked with? Will it be successful that I built all these relationships with the schools? But will it be successful for my kids of what I promised them? And it will be, but it's just like when. And I'm proud of myself because it's lots of sleepless nights and lots of, waking up at 4 a.m. and kind of just like doom scrolling and like, oh my God, I got to do this and I got to do this and I got to do this. Yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of maintaining because I could have given up a long time ago and just said, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just want to add to that. I showed up at one of your, events with.
I heard about that. Many moms have texted me.
My son still remembers your name, and you came one time, and he's like, "Are you meeting with Appleton?"
Yeah, you made a big impression. I got so many texted. I forgot to tell you. Yeah.
Well, the point of me saying is that I showed up and I was in absolute awe of you.
Thank you.
The kids were so excited. It was chaos. It was beautiful chaos.
Yeah.
First of all, but their eyes were lighting up. The presentation that you had with the books, I wanted one. I was like, wait, I want one too.
I need to get you one. I need to get you one.
But the kids were so excited. And just like I've never seen that before. And to present them with what you were presenting them to think through like the future, what can I be? And I can be anything. I was just like, called my daughter leaving a place. I was like, holy shit. And I was like sending her videos, look at this is what I did. And I was like, I was in awe. Like,
thank you.
You were so fucking amazing.
Oh my God, amazing. Thank you. Yeah, thank
just
you.
change
I just
the
wanted
date.
to add that.
Yeah, seriously.
Just move it.
I will. Or I'll just drop them off at Chillon afterwards. But that's why I do it. It's really fun. It's really fun. And some of these.
It's good getting those feedbacks back.
No, for sure.
And
you hear other feedbacks. It's not all, roses. You hear other feedbacks. Oh, it's too many kids. Oh, my kid already did this lesson. Oh, But it comes from most of those feedbacks, and some negative feedbacks don't come from this, but some of the negative feedbacks come from people that are not in business.
So you have to, this is the thing, like you have to know who you're listening to. Because if it's a person that's always critical and always negative and sees always the bad things, then you probably shouldn't listen to them. But if it's someone who's coming with an advice or, so you have to understand, like you said, you have to see who is it coming from.
One of my things that my dad actually always said and still continues to say is, cool that you have something that you want to, you disagree. You need to come with a solution. Yep. You can't just say, I don't like A, B, and C. I don't like A, B, and C. I think we should be doing,
Always.
This.
Always.
You have to. And if that doesn't work, it opens a conversation. It's not just like, well, you suck, you should be doing this, and you should be doing this, and you're not doing this. No one's going to listen to you. So if somebody comes to me and they say, you know what, I think for this lesson, we should be doing this because the kids.
You will llisten more. Yeah. You also listen.
I want to, of course.
If someone comes and says, change this, do that, why are you doing this? Then you're shut down. If it's something that's comes to you. And
What about you?
Yeah, exactly.
For me, well, I feel like this moment is kind of a big thing for me because it really has been something that I wanted to do for a long time. And hopefully this develops into something even bigger than I dreamed of. And I'm happy I'm starting this thing with you guys.
Happy to be part of it.
Yes.
I say we cheers to today.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing day, even though it started out not so much.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining.